a leader this year, first year as captain, but also posting, career numbers?
Yeah, I think it was, a bit of a learning process the whole year. New city, new franchise, being named captain. So it was a lot, and I'm, overall pretty happy with how I was able to handle it. Both, being a captain and still kind of taking care of business on the ice, and I think it's a step in the right direction, and I'm only gonna continue to get better and focus on the things that I want to get better at, and usually when I do that, good things happen.
Have you been able to process everything that's happened in the last year, you think, yet?
No, not yet. Maybe once I get back home for a little bit and kind of relax, see some family, and just kind of lay low for a little bit and enjoy it.
Captain, how do you continue to kind of shift the expectations of this team towards making the playoffs a standard moving forward?
Yeah, I think we all kind of got a little taste of it this year, of just how hard it is to win, how hard it is to be up there with the top teams every single night, the way they play. And we were a young team this year, and those are kind of stretches that you have to kind of go through to almost get over the hump. So I'm super excited about our group, so confident in our guys, our prospects. We just have a great mold and mix of guys that all love being around each other, and everyone's like a family on our team.
What do you want to get better at?
Like hockey wise?
Yeah, personally.
A lot of things. I think every summer is kind of maybe been one thing that I've been trying to work on, but also working on others. But I don't know if it's just one thing. Like, I think it's just everything. Like the goal scoring, the passing, like the repetition is what I like the most. And I probably skate more than most guys would in the summer, because I feel like that's where I get a lot of my confidence from as well. Just those reps, and using that time to my advantage when I'm not in the playoffs, and I can get the most out of my game and carry it on to next year. And like I just have so much confidence, and like I know I put in the work, so there's nothing for me to like worry about.
Are you thinking of going to Worlds?
Yeah, I'm going.
And do you see that as kind of an audition or preliminary to the Olympics? But why are you deciding to go this year?
Last year I was a little banged up. I had something that was bothering me for the last 15 games, and for a little bit throughout the summer. So I was healthy. My body feels great right now. There's some guys I know that are going, and any chance you can represent your country, it's a good feeling. I haven't been in a while, and I'm excited to go over there and win.
Is there any extra pressure meaning to it, knowing that there's going to be a bigger Team USA in the Olympics?
I don't know. I think just like how I've always looked at it, just I'm gonna go over there and be myself and take care of business, and let the other stuff take care of itself.
A year later, how would you kind of describe the style or approach you took to wearing the C?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I don't know. I think I've said it before, but I'm harder on myself than anyone. So just continuing to grow and do everything I can to help this team win. Like I said, I haven't really had time to like sit back and think about just everything that's gone on, and like it's crazy that the season's over. Like it feels like it just started, honestly, like a week ago. So yeah, once I have some more time, and I'll look back and examine and adjust to things where I think I can get better, and I'm looking forward to it.
Are you a goal setter? Do you set goals, whether it's numbers or just get better at this thing?
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of something that my dad always harped on me when I was younger. And I think I actually talked about this when I was named captain, but yeah, he kind of had me write like the things down, and it was on my door in my room, so kind of every day I saw it. and it's just kind of something that's always stuck with me. So yeah, after every season, just something that, things that I want to improve on or accomplish, just kind of writing them down, I think really helps. And, it's something that you see every day. So it's just something that I've continued to do since, I've been 14 years old.
What were the goals for this season, if you don't mind sharing? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'll keep them private.
What was it to reach 90 points? And as of right now, you're currently a top 10 guy in terms of points in the NHL.
Yeah, it's nice, but like I said, that's not, what drives me. What drives me is winning, and you want to be a player that's impactful in the playoffs, in big situations, when it matters the most. So until that happens, then the rest is good, obviously, and I care tremendously about my game and things like that. So it's a nice feeling, I guess, for sure, but it's not like my main goal.
What have you thought about the development of Logan and Dylan this year?
Yeah, they've been unbelievable. So good, so quickly. They're great guys to be around, great teammates. They're always trying to get better. So they're two special guys that this franchise is going to have for a very long time, and they're only going to get better. They're both so young, and I remember when I was that age too, and it's just crazy to think about it, how young they are, and I was kind of in the same position. So it's cool to kind of help them, and there were times where I struggled, and I can kind of help give back, and if I see certain situations or questions they might have, I feel pretty comfortable and feel like I have good answers to a lot of them.
That said, you're not that old either, so how exciting is it to have this kind of young core being able to grow together?
Yeah, it's super special. I think we have a really talented, unique young core that not a lot of teams in the NHL have. And so, yeah, I think it's awesome, super motivating. We all want to win, and, that's what's, most exciting about next year for sure.
What are some of the things away from hockey that made Utah feel like home? You're the guys that spent the most time in Arizona on this team.
Sorry, what was the question?
Just what made Utah feel like home away from hockey after being in Arizona for a really long time?
Yeah, I think everything, just from the support from day one. You could tell how excited people were to have a hockey team. People that I see in the community, just around town, they're all so excited for hockey, for all of us players, and it's a special feeling. I love my house here. It's super nice and quiet and relaxing, and it's still kind of got the Arizona feel with the mountains, even though there's some snow, which is nice to see. I haven't really lived in a cold climate in a while, and I like it.
You said that personal accolades or points aren't necessarily your main goal. What is your main goal?
Winning, for sure.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.